Ah, man, some pretty sad news just came out this morning. The Yu-Gi-Oh manga comic creator or manga creator was found dead from a snorkeling trip this Thursday. I guess they found out that he was missing, I believe. I said something along I believe in this article from the BBC. They reported that supposedly he went off Wednesday and they found him dead Thursday, or they identified him on Thursday. But man, what a somber day for Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Now, obviously, you might be wondering, well, this has nothing to do with Pokemon, and why are you going over this? Well, to be honest with you, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were the only two games you were probably playing as a kid. Yeah, you had the Digimons, Magic the Gathering, but Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh are up there, bro. They're like up there with like the goated card games, really good anime shows, really good card games, really good franchises in general. Um, so that's something you have to think about as well. Yeah, Pokemon might be taking all the shine because they have the bigger, larger fan base, have the more popular card games, may have the most popular games of all time, the most popular franchise of all time. But Yu-Gi-Oh is right up there. Now I don't know the exact numbers what Yu-Gi-Oh is generating per year, because obviously I haven't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh in like about, to be honest with you, it's been about like 5 years since I played actual TCG slash OCG Yu-Gi-Oh. But man, this sucks, man. It just, Yu-Gi-Oh was a pretty big part of my childhood. Now, obviously, as a kid, I read a bit of the manga, and it was pretty cool. It was really good. I think it's one of the first like books that I read at like my local library of like manga. My first introduction to manga. Yu-Gi-Oh was right there. Season 0 is what they call it, like the origin story of Yu-Gi-Oh and how it came to be. With Yugi and the Pharaoh and the spirits of the Millennium Puzzle and the other Millennium items and all that stuff. But wow, it just sucks. And yeah, like I said, a pretty big childhood, a big part of my childhood revolved around Yu-Gi-Oh. If I stopped playing Pokemon, it was because of Yu-Gi-Oh. If I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh, it was because of Pokemon. Now, me personally, I always loved playing the card game. The video games were kind of a hit and miss up until they released Link Evolution, which was a really good game on the Switch, and because it got obviously got a lot of updates for the older players to catch up, very quickly. But me personally, I always loved playing the card games. I always loved watching the shows. I mean, the anime shows are actually really good. Some of them are hit and miss depending on who you are, but a lot of the ones that have a darker theme, more mature characters, off the top of my head, 5Ds, Varanes, GX, certain portions of GX, the original Yu-Gi-Oh, those are fire. Fire animated series. Really good stuff. Now, I'm not here to talk about comparisons to Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh because those are two different lanes, and both franchises or both media franchises have successful ventures in different aspects. Like I said, the card games, the anime show, the fanfare, the support. And yeah, people might not like Konami. That's fine. I understand that. People might think that Konami is definitely underselling Yu-Gi-Oh a lot. They don't really give a damn about the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. They don't care about their fan base. They keep releasing these cards that are so expensive to the point that it's just ludicrous. But that's not what we're here to talk about. It's just sad that we get to see, or it's very sad that we see someone who passed away, someone who contributed to a big portion of a lot of people's childhood. That includes myself. Yu-Gi-Oh is probably one of the first like actual card games where I met people in real life. As a matter of fact, Yu-Gi-Oh is probably the reason why I'm able to take myself into locals and beat people because I knew them. I knew who they are. I met people. I've met great people. I think like in Yu-Gi-Oh, I've never, something unique about Yu-Gi-Oh is that I never met one bad person in real life. They were all friendly. Everybody just seemed to connect and click very easily. And this is a pretty big franchise, but you can argue that a lot of like the people who play Yu-Gi-Oh, they're very well-rounded people in circles. I mean, yeah, you might be wondering, oh, it's exclusive, inclusive, all that, yada, yuck, yuck, yuck. But Yu-Gi-Oh is where I really, that's how I got to connect with my high school peers, and that's how I got to connect with people who I didn't know, the instant day ones, people who I know if I pull up in locals right now, whether it's here or from another city, I know who they are, and they still probably catch up with me about stuff in their happening in their life and all that stuff. But it was pretty cool. Um, that's something that I always attribute to Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's just a really somber day for Yu-Gi-Oh fans all around the world. And I really hope, you know, they do celebrate this guy, and it looks like they are because he is obviously a very influential person in the card game and in the anime because he's the creator. Of course, this is the day. Sure, we lost someone very significant, but it's a day of celebration because this guy not only put Yu-Gi-Oh on the map, but he has created the craziest and fun childhood moments of my life and probably your life too. So rest in peace to him.